Hey guys, welcome back to Bloodborne Exsanguination. I think this is episode 3. Today we'll be doing a little leveling up, and we'll go fight our second boss after finishing up Central Yarnum. Not much left to do there, but yeah, let's level up.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire? Very well.
So I'm going to grab one level of Blood Tinge, because the weapons I want to use on this character require a little bit of it. But then I also want to get Arcane. But I think for now I get a little bit more Vitality. And then I'll show you how these work. Gotta use 3. I needed about... Okay, yeah, it's definitely enough for another level. Like I said before, those items give you blood echoes if you use them, and one very good use I've found for them is if you're close to another level, pop a few of them so you can get your next level.
Farewell, good May.
Alright, awesome. Okay, we're gonna go back to Central Yarnum. Here we are back here. I believe we already talked to this guy.
Yes, I see. But the Great Bridge is the only way to the Cathedral Ward. And during the hunt, the bridge is closed. You could try the aqueduct. There's a rather, how shall I put it, colourful area south of the Great Bridge. From there, an aqueduct leads to the Cathedral Ward. Not a place you'd normally want to visit, but I don't imagine you have much of a choice, do you?
Do we ever?
An aqueduct leads from the town south of the main bridge to the Cathedral Ward. Not a place you'd normally choose to visit, but not much of a choice with the bridge closed.
Okay, so yeah, he's given us good hints. We haven't fully explored those aqueducts, and he says there's another way into the Cathedral Ward besides that great bridge, where right over there, that's where we fought the cleric beast, defeated him, or her, but the gate was closed and there was no way to proceed that way. So let's go heed his advice. Just come through here. Been through here a million times. And I don't know if I mentioned it in the last video, but if you're having trouble with the cleric beast, you can come here, and there, even offline, there will be a note on the ground saying use the summoning bell if you have it already, and you can summon an NPC help for the cleric beast. Makes the fight a lot easier if you're having difficulty. So we're gonna come through here, get our bullets. I found you want to take the opportunities to get items whenever you can, so that you don't have to sort of farm items later. It's definitely in your best interest to build up as much as a stockpile as possible. And we're going to come down here and see these two big fellas. And he's going to punch me in the face with a brick. Repeatedly, apparently. And his friend's going to come here too. Alright, a little rusty. Let's see if we can get one of them. Oh. See, there I was too soon on that riposte. I tried to riposte him too soon. And I just died to these guys. That was pretty bad. I shouldn't have gone down that side. Definitely much easier to come at them from a different angle. That's just poor planning on my part. So this time, I'm going to show you the correct way of dealing with those two. Because, like I said, sometimes you may have to find yourself farming bullets or blood in this game, and those two are actually a good source of blood, believe it or not. Once you get the hang of fighting them, they're not too difficult. And I did a fair amount of farming of those two in my initial playthrough. So, we're going to try this again. Much easier to come down this side. Usually they're split up, and you can just pull one of them. You know, give them a little bullet there. When they do that charge attack, you can't immediately parry them. Wait for them to sort of get up close to you, and just as they're beginning their attack, then you can get your parry off. Okay, we'll wait for something better. Okay. You know, don't rush yourself if you're not feeling up to the parry. And there, like I said, wait for them to sort of end their running animation and start their attack. It's kind of hard to see, but you'll get the hang of it. And over here, no items. But we do see this to be an elevator and a lever that's not working right now. But we'll get them working. Let's get our free blood echoes by killing these guys. Okay, well, it's all clear there. And we're going to come back through here. Also a great source of blood are these enemies in here. You can learn how to parry them. Hopefully not get hit like I did. They have a high chance of dropping 2 vials apiece. Just like that. And if you're sneaky, you can sneak up on this one. Nice and easy. Hit him with a charged R2. Get the backstab. Now be careful of that guy. If you're not completely sneaky, yeah, he already knows I'm here. He's taking pot shots. But we can just use the pillars to our advantage. Just come here, cut him up. And this guy will, I think, pretty much 100% always drop Quicksilver, so it's also a nice way to replenish those as well. As you'll see coming up, we'll get a lot more Quicksilver bullets from the enemies out by the aqueduct. Get that guy. And here we are at, it's hard to tell direction. I guess the sun is shining behind us right now, so this would be the western aqueducts. So right now we're gonna run over here and hopefully kill these gun guys before that guy with the spear catches up with us. Oh, just in time. Okay. Got the parry on him and repulsed. And right here you see some more Quicksilver bullets. That was sort of actually my farming run back in the day. I would kill those 2 big guys, hopefully get some blood from them. Let's go. Not sure what the right way to go is. I guess let's just go down. Kill the 2 big guys. Go through the house, get the one guy there, and the guy in the wheelchair who drops Quicksilver bullets, and then I would basically run down through the kennels, come in here, kill all those guys, and the riflemen out here, get bullets and stuff, and then head back, rinse and repeat. Okay, so these guys are not very happy with what we did to them last time, but they're pretty slow. You don't really have to worry about them. You can just start heading down here, but do watch out for these crows and more guys over there. But like I said, they're pretty slow. Allows you to deal with the crows. And we can use the thrusting attack of our saw spear to stay well out of range of these guys. They're dead. Nothing in here, sadly. We'll keep heading out. Head down these steps. Nothing behind us. Always good to check, though. And we're just gonna play it very safe. And take care of these guys. Okay. Took a few hit there. Nothing too bad. You can just R1 spam one of them out. But it's a little dangerous if there's more than one, so, you know, just play it safe. Use your reach and agility against these guys. And we can come in here and see a body there. And of course, it's never dead. Don't let Bloodborne fool you. And just take him out. See what he was guarding. A shard, which is not too shabby. Reminds me. We upgrade. Okay, yeah, we have a +2 saw spear. Should be good enough for this next boss. And here we see some more crows. You can't just shoot these guys, but, you know, why waste the bullets? Just hopefully use some of the pebbles you've got stocked up. Bring them down. Alright, and here, you see a quite large shape over there, down the tunnel. And we also see a ladder. I will show you where this ladder leads, but for now, I'm going to deal with this guy. So the trick I've learned for dealing with this large being is to make your way down and then just start sprinting as soon as he starts moving. And you'll be able to make your way out into here, keep him from charging. Hopefully you don't get hit like I did. And then get behind him. I said get behind him. That move is very good for getting behind him. Even if you don't manage to stagger him, just getting that damage on him goes a long way. He's a lot bigger and tougher. He looks a lot bigger than and tougher than he really is. Get some blood from him. Top ourselves off. We also get a Saw Hunter badge and Cold Blood Dew. And the Saw Hunter badge crafted long ago at the workshop, attests to one's prowess as a hunter of beasts. The workshop is gone, and no group recognizes this meaningless badge except the messengers in the bath, who understand its profundity. Certain things can only be entrusted with a hunter in possession of this badge, or so they believe. So this, like the Sword Hunter badge we got from the Cleric Beast, will allow us to buy new equipment at the shop in the Hunter's Dream. It's going to come in very handy. Here we see it opening off to our left, and this. Now, sometimes taking a drop in Bloodborne will get you some great items, but not this one. Don't be fooled by any messages. That is certain death. So we're going to come out here, and we're going to take this ladder. Quite a long one. Kind of wish Snake Eater would start playing. But we're going to come up here. And they're going to trigger this ambush, which is not going to be great for those guys, but at least we avoided it. I don't know how that guy got injured. I guess maybe there's a chance they'll just get hit by the trap as well. But yeah, that's an ambush on this bridge. And you see it did not work out well for them. So we're going to come down here, see if any of these guys dropped anything. Ah, looks like one of them did. But it definitely took out all of them. And if we look over here, we'll see that ladder that we could have taken before the pig. Brings you out right here, right in front of the ambush. But if you don't feel like fighting the pig, you can come up here. Just remember, do be careful of that flaming ball. And here we see that elevator. And this will take us right out here. Back with those two guys we fought before, who killed me earlier in the episode, much to my chagrin. But yes, we've unlocked a shortcut. So let's go back down. Okay, and just do be mindful if you do die and have to come back through that shortcut, the trap will reset, so just be very cautious. You can use these little alcoves here on the sides of the bridge to avoid the flaming sphere. But remember, he doesn't launch it right away if you come from this side. You'll have to dodge and sort of avoid the ambush from these hunters on the ground here for a while until the ball rolls. And you can even turn that to your advantage. Just sort of kite the Yharnam hunters around and just wait for the ball to come through and dodge out of the way and let it mop up the rest of them for you. Now up here we see a couple guys standing by this item. If you're sneaky, you can get up behind this guy, backstab him, and use the invincibility frames to not get hit by this guy. I said not get hit by this guy. That was unfortunate. But we can just parry him, and even if we miss the riposte, just R1 spam him out. Replenish our blood, thankfully, from these guys. And here we get some more Bold Hunter's Marks. What I like to do with the Bold Hunter's Marks, I like to put it on, once again, you hit the right part of the touchpad on the PS4 controller. It brings up personal effects. It's sort of like a second quick slot bar, but it's not quite as fast to use as your normal quick slot. And I like to put my Hunter's Marks here, so that if I ever need to use them to get out of a sticky situation, I can just quickly do that. And up here, we've got a opening into a quite big and ominous area. Yeah, this is where our second boss is. So we're going to leave Yosefka's blood vial here. And we're going to, well, I guess, then Molotovs, and we'll also equip this tiny music box. And you'll see why soon. Let's just top off here. No harm in it. We have a few decent amount of blood echoes, but I got faith. I got faith.
Beasts all over the shop. You'll be one of them, sooner or later.
And here we see the guy with the killer canines is Father Gascoigne. This guy is very aggressive, and the fact that the battlefield is riddled with these... He took a shot at us. He is a fellow hunter. He has a gun and a hunter's weapon, notably the hunter's axe. So half of the difficulty of this fight, I feel, for new players is just being aware of your surroundings. Don't get caught on these headstones. You know, not easy. I will probably get caught on them and at least once in this battle. And besides that, this guy can be very aggressive. He stays on you, but you can counter him. You get a visceral attack, which we will try to do. But like I said, these headstones will screw you up. I don't know if you can parry his leaping attack. And he likes to shoot you. He really likes to shoot you after he's hit you to kill your regen ability, which is pretty dastardly of him. But learning the parry timings on this guy is pretty good. Also work on your dodges. He really likes to roll and then shoot for a change-up. Got the riposte.
What's that smell? The sweet blood. Oh, it sings to me. It's enough to make a man sick.
Alright, so yeah, when you take him to half health, he has that line, and then he transforms his axe, and he goes even more aggro. He does a lot of damage in this mode, the two-handed mode. But if you're good, it's actually attacked slower, so sometimes parries and ripostes can be actually easier to get. A really easy one is when he tries to do the spin to win attack. Once again, gravestones are pain, but don't panic. Time to parry there, and oh, he's now in his final form, his bestial form, and he is even more aggressive in this stance. He can also destroy these gravestones, so don't use them for help. But if you play that music box and then get behind him, hit him with a charged R2. Don't think it works twice. That jump has peculiar timing, but you can still parry him in this form, and that's the fight. So, just some things to talk about. I know I didn't, my commentary probably wasn't too coherent throughout that fight. You do have to pay a lot of attention and just learn his attack timings, learn the battlefield, don't get caught on these graves. They will kill you, I guarantee it. They killed me 3 or 4 times when I first fought this guy. And if you explore the area and you talk to that little girl in the house, you get her music box, it can help you immensely. Like I said, it only works once on that final form, I believe, but I think it can work multiple times in the fight. Every time he goes on to a new phase, I think you can use it again. So you can even use it to make the beginning of the fight easier. I usually like to save it until he transforms into his beast mode, because that's probably the toughest part of the fight. He just stays on top of you and does not let up. So it can buy you a little time, maybe just to heal, or, you know, like I did, to get a backstab. And so now we see this lamp. It's popped up. I like that. But yeah, really cool arena, really cool fight. Definitely gets your heart pumping. So don't need that anymore. You can also use, I had the oil urns and Molotovs ready. I could have probably used them there at the end to finish out the fight instead of going for their parry, which was, granted, riskier, but, you know, use whatever feels comfortable for you. When we come out here, we can get this item we might have seen during the fight. It's the body of a woman. And we get a red jeweled brooch. A woman's bright red brooch engraved with the name Viola. Perhaps the jewel is a gift from a hunter, used to change into a droplet blood gem that fortifies any weapon. With the proper workshop tool, various weapons can be fortified. There's a little hint about how you can further enhance your weapons, but sadly that is the brooch of the girl's mother. She sadly did not make it. And actually I think I'm not sure what happens or what's the trigger. It might have been the end of the fight, but I kind of want to go back. No, we'll just go on. If I did miss some Yusefka dialogue, I apologize. You can go find that, I'm sure, some other place on YouTube. I'm sure plenty of people have documented it. But we are going to go on here. We also got a key after defeating Gascoigne. The Odin Tomb Key. Key to the gate that blocks the Tomb of Odin. Beyond the tomb, Odin Chapel can be found in the center of the cathedral ward. Only today, the church is abandoned, and some say that the residents of Odin have all gone mad. Sinister stuff. Okay, we'll come through here. Definitely feels abandoned, doesn't it? You've got this flooding, you've got a bunch of refuse and trash. But here, this doesn't look so bad. A little library. There's a chest over there, but also come back here. There's a note that has some very interesting stuff on it. The Bergenworth spider hides all manner of rituals, and keeps our lost master from us. A terrible shame, it makes my head shudder uncontrollably. Bergenworth spider hides all manner of rituals, and our lost master. Well, a spider can mean a literal spider. Maybe there's a spider bro in Bergenworth, wherever that is. It's the first time we've heard of it. Or a spider also could mean someone of ill repute, trickstery man, or someone with an ill reputation. And here we have a chest where we get a blood gem workshop tool. This is very handy. Blood gem workshop tool, a misplaced workshop tool from the hunter's dream. The hunter retrieves this, can fortify weapons by kneading blood gems into them. Blood gems add properties to weapons when used to fortify them, as blood defines an organism. Interesting stuff. So it seems like blood is very important and intrinsic to one's person. Okay, there we had a little vignette of the Odin Chapel. In the Cathedral Ward, we made it. And you may have noticed this person in the little cinematic. Kind of easy to miss. And I assume by design. But you can talk to him.
Hmm? Oh, you must be a hunter. Very sorry. The incense must have masked your scent. Good, good. I've been waiting for one of your ilk. These hunts have everyone all locked up inside, waiting for it to end. It always does, always has, you know, since forever. But it won't end nicely, not this time. Even some folks hiding inside are going bad. The screams of women folk, the stench of blood, the snarls of beasts. None of them's too uncommon now. Yarnum's done for, tell ya. But if you spot anyone with their wits about 'em, tell 'em about this here Erden Chapel. They'll be safe here. The incense wards off the beasts. Spread the word. Tell 'em to come on over. If you wouldn't mind.
So the incense wards off the beasts, and he identified us, or failed to identify us, by our smell. Once again, calling attention to that strange aspect of hunters, as in general, I assume, or perhaps just us. But yeah, I hear a lot of people who play this game call this a female. I think it's a male. I get a male impression from the voice, and maybe just a bit of the look. Maybe it's the cowl and like the flowing robes and stuff that makes people think it's feminine, or it doesn't really matter. Who really cares, right?
I know I shouldn't be asking you, but if you happen upon someone while hunting, tell them about this here Erden Chapel. If they seem worth being told, that is. Oh, and I do sincerely hope they are.
So this guy's definitely 10 out of 10 on the creepo meter, but yeah, his dialogue indicates that this place can be used as a safe haven for people, or he says it can be a safe haven. So if we see anyone, as he puts it, with their wits about them, we can tell them to come here, and they'll assume to be safe here because of the incense that masks their scent and keeps the beasts away. You might remember from, I think, a few videos back, there was this lady in Central Yarnum who was looking for a safe place. So let's go back to Hunter's Dream. We can spend a few blood echoes. Okay.
Welcome home, good hunter. What? Very well.
Okay. Looks like I can get maybe 2 levels. I'm not sure if I want to start upgrading Arcane right now. Like I said, I do want to use a few trinkets on this character. I think they're pretty cool, and they can definitely do some very cool and unique stuff. But I think I'll try to get up to 15 and 15. Vitality and endurance, that is, and then maybe with the echoes from the next area we can start leveling up Arcane. Yeah, sounds good to me.
Farewell, good hunter. May you...
Thank you, my doll. Don't be too worried about the stat investments or spending your echoes wisely. You can always farm for more echoes. Later in the game, you just start getting tons and tons and tons of echoes. So, just spend them on what feels right. That's how I did my first playthrough. I didn't end up with a very optimized character, but I was still able to beat the game. And here we see that Gehrman is back.
The moon is close. It will be a long hunt tonight. If the beasts loom large and threaten to crush your spirits, seek a holy chalice, as every hunter before you has. A holy chalice will reveal the tomb of the gods, where hunters partake in communion.
It's the first we've heard of chalices, but he says every hunter before us has sought one.
Most of the holy chalices lie deep within the tomb of the gods, and the few that found their way to the surface were lost again in the hands of men. But if the old hunter tales remain true, one of the holy chalices is worshipped hamlet. Yet the town is in disarray. It was burned and abandoned for fear of the scourge. Home now only to beasts. The perfect place for a hunter, wouldn't you say? One of the holy, a town of beasts.
Sorry.
Perfect place for a hunter.
Okay, so he says, you know, these chalices are important. Every hunter has sought one to help them against the beasts. And that one of them is in the Valley Hamlet, but the hamlet is not in good shape right now. Full of beasts, but hey, isn't that what a beast hunter is for?
One of the...
Okay. But now... Okay, nothing else down here. Now, we got that blood gem workshop tool, if you recall. We can now blood gem fortification. Fortify weapons using blood gems. Blood gems imbue weapons with special characteristics. So here you see, can't do anything with our left-handed weapons, but in our right-handed weapon, if you look in the, like right above here, you'll see sort of a starburst, not the candy, but the actual symbol, a radial sort of symbol here above us that is highlighted. You see several other symbols next to it, another radial symbol and a crescent there. They are not highlighted though. These slots unlock as you level up your weapon. But we can put a blood gem in here. Sadly, we do not have any. But we might be able to get one soon. Also something to note, if we come out here, this little bath. This bath appears linked to the nightmare, but there are no messengers, and the prompt says buy with insight. This is sort of an insight shop. You can buy certain items you can't buy normally with echoes down there, but it requires 10 insight in order for the people to appear, so we'll use our last madman's knowledge. And there we go. Buy with insight. Make trades with messengers using insight. So if we purchase items, here we can see the small resonant bell. Small bell discovered in the old underground labyrinth. Its ring resonates across worlds, and the first hunter used it as a special signal to call hunters from other worlds to cross the gap and cooperate. This bell resonates with its counterpart, the beckoning bell. Ring to help hunters in other worlds. So this is the complement to the beckoning bell. So if I use this bell in an area where I think people are trying to do co-op, I can be summoned to other worlds to help out people. And the sinister bell, a blood-stained bell discovered in the old underground labyrinth, one of the resonating bells that cross the gaps of worlds, but this one knells for misfortune and malice. The sinister bell is an object of dark thoughts. Ring it to become the enemy of a hunter in another world. So this bell allows us to invade other players if we're playing online. Yeah, pretty dastardly stuff. And not much else in the store, but oh, we do see we can buy Gascoigne's stuff, which is pretty good for the area coming up. You'll see soon. It's got very good resistances, so we're gonna buy it for 6 insight. And I suppose we'll buy these. May as well. Never know when they might come in handy. You can also buy pungent blood cocktails. I would not recommend using your insight on this. And as you can see, we've gone below 10 insight, so these people disappear. So if you're at 10 insight and you want to buy stuff, make sure you buy all that you want before you drop under 10 insight, because then you cannot buy anything else. And we'll come back down here to the shop. We got those 2 badges. We got the Saw Hunter and the sword now. So, like the usual, we can also buy blood and quicksilver, antidotes, molotovs. You can buy pungent blood cocktails here too for echoes, which is probably a much better trade. Bald Hunter's Mark and a hand lantern. Don't have that yet. That actually would be handy. We also have the Hunter Chief emblem. Cloth emblem that belonged to the captain of the church hunters long ago. Opens the main gate that leads to the round plaza of the great cathedral. The main gate is shut tight on nights of the hunt, and could only be opened from the other side with this emblem. In other words, the captain's return and this emblem determine the end of the hunt. Interesting. And you can see we can buy the starting equipment along with the saw spear. I believe you unlock the saw spear by getting the saw hunter emblem, and the Kirk hunter by getting the sword hunter emblem. And also we can get the repeating pistol. Repeating pistol, typically used by healing church hunters. I believe this also unlocks with the sword hunter badge. Crafted with mostly metal parts and exhibiting a complex design, the repeating pistol fires 2 bullets at once, making it a ravenous consumer of quicksilver bullets. Should be used sparingly compared to its workshop counterpart as the trump card in one's arsenal. This weapon is actually can be really, really good if you have high blood attack, or even if you don't. It's one of the most high damaging sidearms in the game. Still have the Arnhem gear, and that's it. But we will save our few blood echoes that we have, and we're gonna go pay a visit to check in on Yosefka. Alright, here we are back in the clinic. Let's go see how she's doing. I'm going to adjust brightness just a smidge. And actually, I'll do it on the next video. I might want to adjust the brightness on my capture. So let's see what's going on here.
Oh, well, hello. Splendid. Let me ask you a small kindness. You're soon off to hunt, I presume? Then, if you find any survivors, tell them to seek Yosefka's clinic. Upon my Hippocratic oath, if they are yet human, I will look after them. Perhaps even cure them. This sickness, these beasts, they are not to be feared. This time the night is long. I may be trapped here, but I should do something to help. I'll even offer a reward for your cooperation. Tempted? Well, off you go then.
So a bit of a strange conversation. Yosefka's sort of attitude has changed. She forgot that we were a hunter, or even who we were, it seemed. She also, if you can look through this crack in the bottom left of the door, you can see she also has looks to be like a threaded cane in her hand. Yeah, something's up with Yosefka. And she claims this place is a safe haven, like Odin Chapel. We can send people here. And she even offers a reward for it.
If you find anyone who's still human, send them straight to Yosefka's clinic. You can assure them there's no place safer. Please, do me this service. If you find any, you can, please.
And she doesn't give us any more blood. Strange. Strange things are going on at the clinic. I'm not sure what the quickest way to get to the little girl is, but we do have to decide whether we want to tell her about her mother, and father for that matter. So I suppose we'll just run through. I can show you guys how to, or maybe fail at, how to get through this place quickly. I guess we can also talk. Oh, I forgot about you. Got anything for me? No. We can also talk to our good friend over here. I keep forgetting his name. Is it Chester? No.
You needn't concern yourself with me. I'm afraid I'm of little help now. But before I did this,
Oh, why thank you.
I made no use of it, but perhaps you. What afflicted me was incurable, but this town gave me hope. Their strange blood bought me time. I was most fortunate, unharmed by the plague of beasts. I can even die human.
Okay, so he's sort of relocated himself to death, it seems. He doesn't have much hope of surviving this night. But he says at least he can die human.
Don't you worry about me.
And he doesn't want to talk anymore. But he did give us this flame sprayer. A special weapon used by certain members of the Healing Church. Spits searing flames by using blood-imbued Quicksilver bullets as a special medium. Not the most efficient weapon by any stretch, but sometimes a sea of flame is just what the doctor ordered. Besides, the beasts of Yharnam can always use a good cleansing. Interesting why he has it. He says he never put it to use. But still. He's a bro. Guess I can show you how that looks. See? But you see, it does use up our Quicksilver bullets. So every time you start, and then I think every like 2 or 3 seconds after, it continuously uses up bullets. Let's see. Well, I'll show you the quick way, or the way you can just run through all these Yharnamites up here. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. See, they're pretty slow on the uptake, so you can sort of juke around, run, get by them. Do mind the shots. The riflemen are still forced to be reckoned with. But I don't think they'll pursue you beyond that gate. So you should be okay if you come around here. I want to save my Yosefka's blood vial, so I'm going to remove those and just equip our oil urns, Molotovs, and even our pebbles. Now this guy, if you go on about the level and ignore him, he can come up behind you. I'm not sure if he comes up behind you if you go over to the girl's house, but better safe than sorry, right? And besides, more blood vials is always good. Here we see the girl's house again.
Hello, Miss Hunter. Still can't find my mum.
Can't do it, man. She needs to hold out. Not on this night. Not tonight. Not tonight.
Oh, okay. I can wait. But isn't there something I can do? Maybe Mum and Dad are stuck out there, waiting for me to come and find them. What do you think, Miss Hunter?
So we can tell her about these safe places we found, or we can tell her nothing. I don't know about you, but I'm getting a bad feeling about Yosefka. So I'm going to tell her about the chapel. Plenty of incense, wards off the beasts. She should be safe there.
Yes, okay. Thank you, Miss Hunter. I love you almost as much as Mum and Dad. And Granddad.
Aw.
Thank you, Miss Hunter. I love you almost...
Notice how she says and granddad. I don't think we've met her grandfather. And he doesn't seem around to help her. But now we can take this little shortcut here to the kennels. Kill that guy. Kill him. Trying not to die in this game. That'd be embarrassing. Get our free blood echoes. It's not a whole lot, but every little bit can help.
So what is it now? Are much better ways to pass the time. Unless you found me a nice safe place.
Now you're kinda crotchety, but still don't trust Yosefka. So get on down to the chapel.
Well, what do you know? An outsider worth a lick of salt. Well, don't just stand there. Don't you have work to do? Go slit some throats. Get this mess done with.
Ah, so charming. Alright. So I think that's all the people worth saving around here. Okay, we'll get our free bullets here. Oh, I don't have my torch anymore. But we don't need it, we've been hit so many times. And this guy's still alive because we came this way. But these guys aren't too much trouble if you just get up in their face. Let's go back to the dream. And now we can go to the Cathedral Ward. We go finally meet that girl. Alright, now we're back here.
Ah, the hunter. Thank you. So that old girl, you told her about this place, right? Well, she don't offer me much in the way of conversation, but still, I'd rather see her alive anyhow.
Triumph.
If you find any saint survivors, well, send them along to Erden Chapel, will ya?
Alright. So old girl must be referring to this old bird.
Oh no, I haven't forgotten. Do you think I owe you something? Well, that's a fine lark, I'd say. This old mess that Yarnum's in, it's all your fault. You put it to the outsiders. Our blood's ruined, tainted by your ilk. Don't you come near me. I know your type.
Well, she's as grateful as ever.
You. Stay away from me. I know all your tricks.
My pleasure. Good day, ma'am. But I see the old girl. Where's the little girl? Maybe she got lost. I also wonder about what happened between Gascoigne and his wife. Did he kill her in his sort of muddled rage? did one of the other people there kill her, and he just went mad as a result? I'm not sure. I would like to think he didn't kill his own wife and orphan their child. Guy's just hanging out. Also good, you can get bloodstone shards from those guys in case you need any upgrades. Let's see if I can get behind. Nope, can't get behind that guy in time. But you do get free blood echoes from their little trap. I don't see any items down there, so I'm not gonna bother. It's not like I need them too badly anyway, but if you do, you know, every time you come down here and you get the ball rolling, as it were, you can check for that. So this guy's making a lot of noise. And we'll just give him a little tickle. It's blood vials. Oh, something else. Red messenger ribbon. What could that be? Red ribbon that messengers are oddly fond of. The thick, pungent red was drawn from the organs of some unfortunate victim. A strange choice indeed, but perhaps for the messengers, wearing this accessory constitutes a form of mourning. Yeah, guys. The little girl didn't make it. She turned in. She couldn't make it past the pig. Which I don't blame her. She probably not have told her to go anywhere, but I thought it was our best shot. Sad day. I don't know why I chose to climb up this ladder. This was not worth it. Because I think I'm just going to do this anyway. Oh. Sad times, guys. Alright guys, on that sad note, I think that's going to do it for this episode of Bloodborne Exsanguination. I'll see you guys next time.